Logan Cruz.
Morning, Judge. I'm with Mr. Cruz, Gachuzo.
Good morning, Ms. Del Valle.
Good morning, Judge.
Did you say Cruz?
Gachuzo is his last name. Cruz is middle name.
Stage 5.
Okay, that's what I
This
was.
is G last
Is it how do I pronounce your last name?
Gachuzo.
Gachuzo. Okay, that's what I thought. All right, Mr. Gachuzo, you're charged with evading arrest or detention. You're facing up to a year in jail and/or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On March 23rd, 2024, officers on routine patrol in a suffix division and a marked vehicle in uniform observed two males on a black bicycle and the other on a scooter. As soon as the two males saw the police vehicle, they ran into the woods behind the elementary school. Officers told them to stop running. Officers caught up to the defendant.
What? They're on a bike? What?
Officers
Judge, if I may.
Hold on. Let me just let her, I gotta let her finish. But
Yeah, will do.
Officers caught up to the defendant and he was Mirandized and admitted to stealing mail and identified his friend, the defendant. They also told officers that the defendant committed a DND.
This is very interesting. Did the officers see
May I?
any of it? Do they have any kind of report that they did anything? Or was it just a complete hunch that they ran into?
They didn't have anything, Judge, based on the summary that I read. Judge, I don't think there's any probable cause for this matter because there was no.
I promise I will get to you. I promise, Ms. Del Valle. But great state of Texas. Did he really just roll up on a hunch and just, do we have any kind of reports that identifies them doing anything wrong?
None.
Just that the officers were just doing routine patrol in the neighborhood.
Again, is he walking while black? You know?
Something like that, Judge. There's, if I may, Judge.
I mean, unless you have something else, I mean. Mr. Gachuzo, I'm going to find that there's no probable cause.
Thank you.
Sir, when you hang with dogs, you get fleas. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
This is not a good way to start in life. And I'm telling you, the more criminal charges you rack up, the more difficult you make life. Life's hard as it is. Everyone hates you. Everyone wants to see you fail. And I'm telling you, the more criminal cases you pick up, the more difficult life is. It's hard enough as it is. Don't make it worse. All right, just go ahead and take a seat. All right, thank you, Ms. Del Valle.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, ma'am.
I've got Lozano. It's a first appearance.
Okay. Mr. Lozano, come on up.
Rear-end accident on 59.
Okay.
Take advantage. He doesn't give prior.
Any prior DWIs?
I don't believe he's got any priors of any kind. No.
Good morning, Mr. Lozano. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On February 7th, 2025, at approximately 10:08 p.m., the officer was dispatched to a major crash on the 200 block of South US 50 freeway in Harris County, Texas. The officer met with other officers at the nearby gas station where they had moved the scene. The wheel witness stated she was rear-ended by the defendant and was able to put the defendant behind the wheel of the vehicle. The officer observed front-end damage to the defendant's vehicle, and the officer made contact with the defendant, the driver, and occupant of the vehicle. The officer observed slurred speech, staggering, and disorientation and confusion. The standard fields of writings were conducted, HGN 4 out of 6, walk and turn 4 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The defendant stated he did not drink any alcohol that day and the defendant was read the DIC and refused to provide a breath specimen. A blood search warrant was signed and executed.
Williams,
The judge sounds like there's no probable cause because US 50 is not in Harris County, Texas. That's what the road they said it happened though.
Where is it?
It said US 50, that's not in Harris County.
And the DIMS does say 200 block of South US.
Are you serious?
It says-
Do I need to look it up? I don't know.
Your Honor, the
I did.
DIMS further says during the scene of the accident, which occurred on 200 block of South US 59 freeway, Harris County, Texas. But counsel is correct that before they said he responded to a major crash call for service on the 200 block of South US 50 freeway.
I
So they
just heard
put 50, but then later in the DIMS, they just put 59.
All right.
So they're just two addresses, so I don't know why that's there. But they did say the accident occurred on US 59.
Well, that would be a different story.
Do you have any other evidence that is pointing to that it's at 59 or is it 50?
So, Your Honor, the only thing we have is that statement from the officer, which states that the accident occurred on 200 block of US 59 in Houston, Texas, 77004.
Is that what really happened or was it on 50?
So that's what I can explain is the officer put.
I'm not working on hunches here, man.
And I understand, Your Honor. The officer initially said he responded to a crash call for service, which occurred on US 50, but then later said the accident occurred on 59. So let me see if
It
we,
definitively
I
points.
guess,
There it is.
I'll check the OR and see if they clarify in the complete OR. And in the OR as well, the officer says, which occurred on 200 block of US 50, Houston, Texas, 77004.
So is 50, it's not in Harris County?
That's
he
50,
switches
Highway
between
50.
50 and 59 in the offense report, chief.
I know, probable cause.
Yes, Judge, and we understand.
All right, Joe.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Mr. Lozano, be careful out there. You know what I mean? Really. Just listen to, he's great. He'll help you out whenever you need, you know? All right, man. Good luck.
Excuse, Judge. All right, I'll meet you in the hallway. Okay.